Sorry about you getting upset with me there.
I wasn't upset. Just trying to get you to understand that such questions are meaningless.
I know that.
Then why are you
by
asking
me asking them, my mind is able to form an understanding of your world, your realm, to prepare me for going there.
You're already preparing yourself for going there.
Yeah, I know.
And you'll still be like in awe and overwhelmed. And then you'll be, okay, where's the engineering department?
Yeah.
That's fine, because then you can learn the things you want to learn.
When splinters come together to form an entity, is the entities greater than the sum of the splinters?
I know what you're trying to say, but the splinters come from an entity, and there might only be one or two at a time, or maybe 20, or maybe 3,000. But when they come back together, I would have to say they are more than the sum of their parts, because they brought some of their, because they have brought their experiences, their individual experiences back, which helps the primary soul to grow even more, to become even greater, and produce more splinters. Say, oh, let's learn some more. All that is wants to know. It isn't quite that cut and dried, but that's basically it. So, yeah. Splinters are more than the sum of their parts for the soul, the oversoul, the primary entity, whatever you want to call it, because of their experiences. But they start out that way too, because when they splinter, they take on particular aspects that the soul, the higher self, wants them to have in order to gain the experiences that it wants. And so they start out already more than the sum of their own parts, or of everybody's parts. It's hard to describe, because there's really no, you're calling them splinters as if there's this being, and there's one splinter, and there's another splinter, pardon me, and there's another splinter, and another one, and another, no, and then they all make the hand. But each one is, in and of itself, a 100% pure energy being. I probably got your eyeballs doing weird things now.
Okay.
So it's not like
So
when there's a splinter that the oversoul or the higher self, or whatever you want to call it, loses anything by a splinter going off. They are still there, 100%.
okay.
Right?
Yeah. Thank you. Because I was under the impression, as you were beginning to talk about at the end there, that as splinters peel off from the entity, parts of the entity go with the.
Well, parts do.
Let me finish. It's just like Sara, interrupting before I'm done. Goes with the splinter, but then that is gone for the time being from the entity. Well, from what you were saying is, it kind of in a way makes a copy. In our world, it'll be a copy of the energy to go with them. And he stays the same, and this guy has everything, and he goes. Is that?
That's close. I just wouldn't describe it that way, but yeah, that's close. The soul, the higher self, the entity doesn't lose anything by sending parts of itself out, because he still has those parts.
Okay.
He, she, it.
Okay, that's the end of my questions. Does Sara have any?
She has a couple that she wrote down, one of which was already answered. And I don't remember what the other one is, and neither does she. But it's okay. No, you don't have
I was
to.
going to get it.
No, that's quite all right. That's
Okay.
quite all right. It's probably best to just wait until the next session.
Okay.
See if she remembers to put things in your computer.
Well, I keep asking her to do that. She says, I don't like that. I like paper and pencil.
Yeah, and then she forgot to bring it back here with her. But anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't use pencil, she uses pen.
Writing implements and a surface upon which to write. Is that better?
Yes. Paper's fine. Ink doesn't work well on anything but paper. So,
Yeah.
or skin, but that's not recommended.
Oh. So, what have you been up to since the last time we visited?
You tell me.
I don't know what you've been up to. You're not in my mind.
Oh, thank goodness. You left yourself wide open.
I
for
did
that
intentionally, didn't I?
one.
So, you were going to do some research if you could to see if you could get in contact with that mid-1800s girl lived in logging town in New Hampshire.
Yeah, I did do that, and she's at a point in her growth where she doesn't want to revisit that. I mean, it's not like it's a negative thing. She's just like, it's not important.
Okay.
So, and she's moving on.
Okay, that's fine. Thank
In
you.
fact, I think she might have done so already and be reincarnated. Sorry. And have reincarnated either here or on another world. I'm not another world. Okay, I got that.
So what is she? Is she still a biped, or don't you know?
Bipedal, yes. Male, because they're going to ask.
And?
Oh dear, an engineer. Oh.
I made an impression.
You had nothing to do with that.
I know.
Her own interests.
Yeah. So is she, well, how old is she at the moment? It's hard to say because everything's at once.
Everything is at once plus, age. I see her now thinking about it as an adult.
Okay.
I should say him, because there are genders.
Just two genders?
Yeah. Her world is not that far. It's not exactly in the solar system, but it's not that far away. If that makes sense.
So it's a different dimension.
Could be that. Probably is that.
Different reality.
Well,
Definitely
a different reality. Yeah, it's nothing whatsoever. Okay, I gotta quit twirling or shifting or.
I'm gonna have to get a non-movable chair in here for you.
Oh, that's no fun. Anyway, so if there are no further questions.
I have.
You have none? Okay.
Does Haisha have any?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
He's more or less saying, leave me alone. I want to sleep. But he's not really sound asleep. He's listening.
Yeah.
But so, he's an interesting character.
Why do you say that?
Because he is.
Explain, please.
Because he's, in many ways, a typical cat. And yet, once in a while, he can be surprising. And he pretty much comprehends what the two of you tell him and say to him. He just doesn't always agree.
Well, we did call him our kid.
He is. He's like a four-legged kid.
Yeah.
A little excess fur.
So that gives me another question.
Here we go.
Can you touch base with 3 other cats to see what their preferred name is? We will start with Esther's baby girl.
Baby girl Eclipse. Actually, she doesn't care.
Okay.
She doesn't have a preference.
Very good.
She just likes to be loved.
Okay. And what about one of Carrie's cats? Either one. Honey or Uno.
Uno doesn't particularly like his name, but he doesn't have any other preference, so he has no comment at this time.
Okay.
But Honey likes her name.
Oh, she does?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
And that is it.
She likes it a lot better than her initial name.
What was it?
Trace.
Trace, yeah, for 3.
Tres.
Yeah.
For 3. Even though she does have a 3 on her back, fur-wise.
Mm-hmm.
But she likes Honey a lot better.
Good.
If you want to impart those things to your daughter.
I'll just send a link to the video to her. Speaking of my daughter, how is she doing? Because she has COVID.
Yeah. She's ill. She will eventually get well. Get better.
Well, is it going to be a long time or?
That's relative.
I know. Don't say.
Yeah. If anything, what they call long COVID, your other daughter, Esther, has a mild case.
Yeah.
But it's still considered long COVID.
Because you can't taste.
Can't smell or taste. Barely can smell anything. And of course, taste without smell, you don't got it.
Yeah.
But she's learned to adapt, and it's not really interfering with her life in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Not sure how Carrie's is going to work out, because the future, quote unquote, is dependent on so many variables.
Yep. Bunch of probabilities.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see. She is trying to take as best care of herself as she can. That much I can tell you.
Let's jump to the other side of the country for a moment.
Hmm.
Can you look in on our grandkids and let me know how they're doing?
The whole family is doing well.
Good.
They got snowed in for a little bit, and but not as severely as farther east did.
Oh, okay.
But they dug out. I think they missed some school, the kids. But the parents went to work anyway. They had to, you know. I mean, their jobs are such that, you know.
Yeah, they are considered first responders.
Yep. Necessary. Those in nursing homes and rehab centers still need to be cared for.
Yeah.
The airports still need to be taken care of, and definitely plow the snow, but that's not something he did personally, but he kind of guided a little bit and helped out when he had to and whatever. But somebody had to be there, so.
Yeah.
But no, they seem to be thriving.
Very good. I'm glad to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm glad to move, and the new jobs are good for them, because they were kind of stagnant here.
They were. They needed the change.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes change is uncomfortable. Not to say theirs wasn't,
Yeah.
but, change usually is for the better.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that. So they're all fine.
So, what type of interests will each grandchild have in the future? I know there's a lot of possibilities.
There's a lot of different possibilities and probabilities. So far, it looks like the boy is going to take after his grandfather.
Yay!
That's not necessarily a bad thing. I just had to
know it's not
poke
a
fun
bad
at you.
thing. By doing that, he's becoming his mother's dad.
Oh, okay. I'm following what you mean now. Yeah, but that happens. She knew, his mother has known that for a long time, that she married her dad.
Mm-hmm.
He's even starting to look like you in the... Anyway.
It's all that good eating.
Yeah, really. But I'm looking at the daughter has a more artistic bent. Not necessarily, drawing, but just she has more of a feel for music and dance and art, and she sees beauty everywhere.
Excellent.
Without actually thinking to herself, oh, that's beautiful, but she can just appreciate. And as long as she can keep that appreciation inside her, I think she'll be fine.
Good.
I mean, it's not like I can, see the future.
Well, if you could, it wouldn't be the future. It's just one probable future.
One probable, yeah. And that's just it. There's too many possibilities.
Yeah. So, anything else you want to impart before your departure? Impart before you depart.
Yeah, I was trying not to go there. But you did anyway.
Yes, yay! Woohoo!
But, no, just encouragement for everybody. Keep on doing your best no matter how you feel like you're not able to meditate or you don't know how to do it. And maybe you checked out somebody, a person or in person or online or on television, and you Google somebody that you may not have found the one you click with yet. Keep looking and keep trying. If nothing else, just relax. And your mind will start telling you all kinds of stuff you should be thinking and worrying about. Just tell it to be quiet for a few minutes. That's all you ask. Just relax. And you'll get better and better at it. And just remember, there's no timeline to this. You don't have to rush into anything or force anything. Just when you find a mentor of some sort that you really seem to understand that person. Don't let it stop you from exploring others and see what you can learn elsewhere. But, the thing is, you just keep on trying, keep looking, you keep meditating to the best of your ability. It will come. It will come. Best of intentions to all of you out there. Thank you for listening and watching. And remember, be your true self. Know who you are in truth. And not the truth that varies from person to person. Your truth. Your true self. figure it out.